Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about Dreams by Langston Hughes. Now, before I go into the summary and analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. All right, Dreams by Langston Hughes. Very short poem here. Langston Hughes is talking about keeping our dreams. It's very important to have dreams. It gives life purpose. Um, and the imagery used here by Langston Hughes within this poem is very, in your face. He's really, he uses the imagery of the bird, of the frozen field, to show us, when you have no dreams, you can't fly, you can't go anywhere, you're broken. When you don't have any dreams, you're barren. There you go, barren wasteland, and yeah, you're not going anywhere. In life, we need ambition, we need dreams, we need something to make us get up in the morning. For most people, maybe you just get up to go to work to make money so that you can pay your bill and have um, a life. Um, I mean, you need something. You need some type of vision, some type of thing to push you every day. And Langston Hughes is saying here, if you don't have that, you're pretty much dead. And humans, we need that. We need dreams. We need a goal. We need something we're trying to achieve. We need something to drive us. When people don't have that, in terms of deeper meaning analysis, he's really saying here, if you don't have that, you get depressed. You have no direction in life. You're just living day by day. You're drifting along. And you're just present, but not alive. I think for humans, it's just how we see reality. Everything that's in your house has a purpose. Your table, your bed, your phone, the wall, a lamp, a window. Everything has its purpose. We create these things for a specific purpose. It knows its job. It was designed and created for its job. I mean, from human beings, that's why we have religion. That's why we have God, because God gave us our purpose. That's why, 99.99% of humans have some type of deity or belief system, because there's nobody on this planet. Even if you're not religious, even if you're an atheist, there has to be some type of code or some type of thing you live by, some type of thing that constructs your worldview, because we can't just exist for existing sake. We need a purpose. I mean, man's search for meaning has been around since uh, forever. Um, even animals, I would say, maybe if we define it a different way, even animals have dreams. Their dream is to eat, all right? To eat and survive, reproduce, and move on with life. Maybe you don't see it that way, but I think everybody needs a purpose, and I think another word for dream is purpose. Because whenever people are talking about dreams, what I truly think they mean deep down is purpose. Something that you live for, something that you would probably die for. Some people have a dream of being a father, a mother, a family man, a caregiver. Everybody has different types of dreams. Dreams don't have to be you conquering the world. It could be, but it doesn't have to be that. But it could be just having a 9 to 5 job, a family, and kids, and being that person. For some people, that's what their dream is. I mean, to each their own when it comes to dreams. But the bottom line is that you need to have a dream, because when you don't have a dream, um, you do nothing, and you're just a drifter. You're just a wanderer, a vagabond. You don't have an identity in anything. So, yeah. That's all I had to say about this poem. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.